One of the reasons I fell in love with where my land is because every road out here leads to something new. So today, I'm taking a break from building and working and setting out in my bus to explore another small piece of this beautiful corner of Arizona.
Have you guys ever heard of Route 66? Of course you guys have heard of Route 66. Who hasn't? It's the historical Route 66. But this is not the Route 66. It's actually Route 666. That's right. This scenic highway right here used to be called Route 666, aka the Devil's Highway. But now it's called something else. But that's what we are going to take a ride on today and explore, is this beautiful scenic highway known as the Devil's Highway.
Well, the first stop on this scenic byway is the Sipe White Mountain Wildlife Area. That sounded like a tongue twister. So of course I want to see where this dirt road will take me, and hopefully I'll get to see some wildlife, because we all know I love animals so much. So this area is in a narrow valley that elk like to travel. That would be so awesome to see a herd of elk right now. But this is also a great place to bird watch, with multiple hiking trails with viewing points. This whole entire area is 1,362 acres of grasslands. I'm gonna have to come back here another day to get out on foot and definitely do some hiking and exploring.
Today is Sarah Day. So I am going on a little adventure, little excursion today in the Jeep, heading up to the White Mountains. Well, I'm actually already up here, but I'm at the beginning of going through the area. And well, I had some locals tell me about this place right here, and it is one of the most scenic drives in the whole entire area. Now, if you're not familiar with the White Mountains in Arizona, the whole entire area up there, I've never personally been up there and explored the area or seen it or anything, but I've heard about it from so many people. So there's a little town up there called Greer, and Greer is the highest elevation town in Arizona. Sorry, I wanted to make sure I got that right. So it's the highest elevation town in the whole entire state. So, but today we're not gonna go see Greer because it's on the other side of the White Mountains from the scenic drive that I'm taking today. But the scenic drive that I'm going to do through the White Mountains, it's about a little over an hour long to drive it. I'm hoping there's going to be some stops that I can pull off and see the scenery, like this place right here. This is one of the first pull-offs, and this is actually called Sipe Wildlife Viewing Area. So apparently it's a wildlife viewing area, but I am here like around 10 o'clock in the morning, so I think the best time to see the wildlife here would probably be in the mornings and in the evenings around sunset. But it's pretty cool because this is all free camping and there's not a lot of people out here, and the elevation is not that high because, well, today I could not bring my little dog with me. I have one of my friends watching my dog for me, but I could not bring her because she cannot go above 8,000 feet in elevation due to all her heart conditions. She can't ride in a vehicle, she can't go in a house, she just cannot go over 8,000 feet in elevation. And everything in this area is above 8,000 feet in elevation, except for this area right here. This is at 7,600 feet in elevation. So, I think I might have just found a camping spot for in the future. All right, let's go check out this scenic drive. I can't remember, did I tell you guys the name of it? It is called Coronado Scenic Byway Highway. So that's what we're going to go drive on today. I'm pretty excited. So see, it's the one thing that I love about Arizona is there's just all different types of scenery here in this state, except for the ocean. But hey, you know, California is really not that far away either, so. But yeah, I mean, you know, our property, our home where we're at, it might just be like wide open desert there, but within a day's drive you can come up here to these beautiful mountains, the White Mountains, and get the whole change of scenery from the desert. You have all the beautiful trees up here and supposedly wildlife, but I'm still waiting to see that. And you know what? I bet you there's bear in here too. But it's okay. We're not going to see any bear. Not with me. So yeah, I mean, it's this literally is just like a couple hours away from where I live at, and it's not that long of a drive. It's well worth it. So it's pretty lucky. I mean, this whole entire area has all different kinds of scenery, and I know one thing, I can't wait to see what this looks like during the fall and during winter, because it's going to look like a whole different place. Fall is going to have so many different colors up here on these trees. Oh wow. And winter is going to be all white. So I'll definitely be making a trip back up here for fall and winter. Winter, depending on how the roads are. Such a beautiful area. Well, found a little reservoir area. You can definitely tell the water is really low out here. I mean, just for example, here's your boat ramp that I'm walking down. And then those little balcony things over there, I think those were like little areas that you could fish off of, maybe. But that just shows you how low the water is. I mean, that's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. So I do know that this whole entire area, because it includes my area also, where I live and the land and property is, we all need a lot of rain. Definitely need a lot of rain. And we are all hoping for this monsoon season that's supposed to be in July, for it to be exactly that, a monsoon season. Because I guess it's been a few years since this area has gotten some good rain. And all the lakes, all the reservoirs, they're all pretty low, like really low. So hopefully this is going to be the year that we get the rain. But I don't think this would be, I don't think I'm bringing my kayak here because I can already see how dirty the water is. All the seaweed that's down there. So this would not be a good, although the sign up there says that you can put paddle boards, kayaks, and you know, stuff like that inside this reservoir, but I think I'm good on that. But it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah.
The Coronado Trail Scenic Byway, which is US 191, was once known as Route 666 and nicknamed the Devil's Highway. It has made it on the list of the best driving roads in motoring magazines and blogs. So this road is well known to driving enthusiasts. The Federal Highway Administration has labeled the Devil's Highway the curviest road in the country. The Devil's Highway has, within 120 miles, 460 twisting turns, weaving through the breathtaking forests of the White Mountains of Arizona. The Devil's Highway tops out over 10,000 feet in elevation, making it one of the highest roads in Arizona. But do not let the miles fool you. The Devil's Highway is an all-day ride and not for the faint of heart. Hundreds of people drive the highway every single year. Motorcycles, cars, and in my case, a Jeep. And anything in between tackled this incredible, crazy highway. As I continue driving this road, I've made my way to the little mountain town of Alpine, which is often called the Alps of Arizona. And once you get here, it's easy to understand why. Because sitting at just over 8,000 feet above sea level, Alpine is one of the highest communities in the entire state. And instead of the desert landscapes that Arizona is so famous for, you'll find towering ponderosa pines, cool mountain air, alpine lakes, and all four seasons here. The history of this town dates back to 1876, when some Mormon pioneers purchased this land and established the community that would eventually become Alpine. They chose the name because the high elevation and beautiful mountain scenery reminded them of the famous Alps in Europe. So over the years, Alpine became a place where ranchers, loggers, and travelers could build a life surrounded by the beauty of the White Mountains. And today, it's known as a peaceful escape for people who love the outdoors. Visitors come here to hike, fish, camp, watch wildlife, and simply enjoy a slower pace of life surrounded by the forest. And you know, one of the things I love most about places like this is discovering a different side of Arizona. Most people picture endless deserts and cactuses, but towns like this remind us just how incredibly diverse the state really is. Every place has its own story, its own history, and its own beauty.
Once again, just go put yourself in bear country and never gonna see a bear. Never.
Bathrooms.
This is about as close to seeing a bear that I'm gonna get. And they frequent this area, and it's bear season. I'm telling you, I go every year since I, started traveling and living in nature, and every year during bear season, I go and put myself in bear country, trying to go see some bear, some wildlife, wild bear. But I think at this point I just need to invest in some salmon and tape some salmon on the outside of my Jeep there and ride through bear country. That probably wouldn't even work either. Yeah, probably not. Anyways, we're gonna go check out this campground right here, and I can understand why this campground right here would frequently have bears, because this is where people have food. So, and I don't even know, I'll have to look it up, but we're definitely over 9,000 feet in elevation, so definitely pretty high up. So, gonna take a drive through the bear campground. So it's pretty cool because I already knew about this, and actually, like, even though we're up here in the White Mountains area, and this is pretty high elevation and stuff, down where the property is, where I live at, locals have already told me about this, the Mexican wolves. So there are Mexican wolves in the whole entire area, like including out there where my land and property is. But apparently they're up here too. So that's pretty cool, seeing a Mexican wolf. It says that they're relatively large. They travel in packs. So you're not just going to see one. They're not aggressive towards humans. Although they may be curious about us humans. And they do show aggressive behavior to other dogs and coyotes, so yeah, it'd be pretty cool to see a Mexican wolf. I don't know about on the property because me and my friends, we all have dogs, small dogs, but Mexican wolves, yeah, pretty cool. I'll probably see one of them before a bear. Yeah.
Okay, I'm a little surprised that I haven't seen any wildlife yet. This drive has been absolutely beautiful, with miles of towering pine trees and peaceful forest in every single direction. It just feels like the perfect place to spot elk, deer, or maybe even something a little more unexpected, like a bear. There are wildlife warning signs everywhere, so I know they are definitely out here somewhere. I guess that's part of the adventure, though. Sometimes nature doesn't work on our schedule, and that's okay. It just gives me another reason to come back and explore this area again. And even without seeing any animals, this drive has been worth every mile. There's just something so peaceful about slowing down, taking in the scenery, and appreciating places like this. But I'm still keeping my eyes peeled because you never know what might be waiting around the very next corner.
So the Coronado trail that we're doing right now, the Scenic Drive, it starts up there by like Eager, Arizona, Springerville, Arizona area, and it goes all the way down to southern Arizona. And I'm not driving all the way down to southern Arizona today, so this is going to be the stopping point for me at this beautiful, beautiful overlook. There's some bathrooms over there, but it's a 360-degree overlook, so I'm excited for that. I'm really curious as to what the elevation is here, but my elevation app that I have on my phone, I don't have any service up here, so I'm not able to see, but it's up here. Sorry, I'm trying to read the thing, and it's talking about all the beautiful, look at all those beautiful mountains over there. Let the mountains talk. Let the river run. One more and forever. Oh goodness, it's so beautiful. Doesn't really say too much. Doesn't really say too much on this, but all right, let's go walk around and see the 360-degree overlook right here. So let's see what's up here. This looks like it just goes to
a little point with the rocks. Oh, look at that. Wow. Breathtaking. Looks like this might be a hiking trail. Yeah. Pretty sure. Yep, it sure is. I think this is a hiking trail, and you hike it all the way down up to that mountain over there, because I could see a trail going up that mountain over there, but I'm not doing any hiking today. I got flip-flops on. Look at that beautiful.
Okay, I was able to get a little bit of signal, and where we're at right now is at 9,200 feet in elevation. So it looks like little stairs right there, a little walkway going down. So I bet you that's to, like, it's either part of a hiking trail or it's to probably another little overlook. So I think we should go see what it is, personally. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like there hasn't been, like, a lot of people on this in a while. Look at all the overgrown bushes over the trail. I have to say, I mean, it is a Monday. Today is a Monday, so, but there is not a lot of people. No traffic. No people. Oh, look at that. And this is part of a forest. This is the Apache, probably going to say this wrong, Apache Sitgreaves National Forest. So you can camp for free in this whole area too. And that's kind of strange because, you know, if you were in Flagstaff or Williams, you see campers everywhere. But here, no. I mean, I've seen a couple, but so I don't know if you guys can really see, but see the road, and it just keeps going through. That's part of the scenic drive, and it looks like it just keeps going all the way through all that. I could see the road going all through there, all through there. So it definitely keeps going through a lot of stuff, but I feel like the scenery is just getting to be the same almost. You're really just driving through all the trees, the forest. So yeah. But this is going to be the stopping point for me because I haven't seen not one gas station, and I did fill up. I was smart, went and filled up on gas. I did see a sign probably about maybe about 10 miles ago that said no services for the next, I think it was 68 miles. So okay, so it's a hiking trail. So it's another hiking trail right there. You can see nobody hasn't hiked this for a while though, because that's all overgrown. So just another hiking trail. Look at that view though, guys. That's stunning.
honestly don't know how to feel about this right now. I just don't know how to feel about this. I honestly don't. I have mixed feelings about this. This is probably as close to seeing a bear that I will actually get to. A stuffed bear in a lodge. Don't look at me like that. Why don't you go tell your friends to quit hiding from me, quit running from me. Yeah. I bet you'd run too right now if you knew it was me standing here. But you can't, because they got you glued down on a rock and you're stuffed. Yeah. Okay. Good talk, buddy.